Everything's alright when you got friends
and a husband
to wish you well.
to wish you well.
I've gone through about 1,000,001 jobs in the UK, so I'm going to be chatting to you about this. And I just want to say everyone's journey is different, so stay tuned and just feel me. Okay. Hello my beautiful family, it's so nice to have you back. You're welcome to my channel, Logs and Chronicles, and it's your best girl ever. If you're married, don't mind, just accept it. Your best girl ever, Opsy baby. It's nice to be back, and if it's your first time, you're super welcome to my channel. And if you're returning, oh my god, you guys are the real MVPs. So today I'm talking to you about all the jobs that I have done in the UK. I'm tempted to say all the dirty jobs, but ain't no job dirty. I don't think it's dirty job, but all the unskilled jobs that I have done in the UK. Some of them are, you can call menial jobs, I think. Okay. Yeah, some of them are. But it's been a journey, and I'm happy to share this journey with you. So, first job I had was in 2007. Yes, 2007. So the very first job I did was as a care assistant in a care home. It was a big care home. It was massive. God. And I had little or no experience. I'll say the experience I had was like family related, looking after elderly people. So it was quite daunting. In fact, as daunting as it was, I think people that I worked with were quite now I understand that they had a lot of burden, but there was this very nasty woman who took it very hard on me. And she said, oh, I used to slow down her shift, I used to slow down her work. And on this particular shift, she called me a dog. Oh my God. Then I didn't even know about racism that much. I was so ignorant. She said, you dog, wasting my time. I didn't even understand. What I know is that I shall call her a dog back. I said, you're also a dog. And then she started screaming. I mean, if that was to happen now, I would handle it differently. But that job, after some months, I left. In the same 2007, I got another job, but I don't think I started. I got another job now. From a care worker, I graduated into healthcare assistant. Yes, I used to look after the elderly. And if I say look after, I mean look after personal care. Yes. I'll do personal things for them, clean them up if they, get messy and they were unable to clean themselves. Yes, and this job brought my first experiences of someone actually passing away in, whilst I was present. Stop breathing, passing on, because I used to look after very poorly people in their homes, and I witnessed more than a couple of deaths. Which gave me another perspective to life. That was life-changing, I will tell you. Yeah, moving on. I think whilst I was doing that job, I was so desperate for a change. I don't know if you remember, Kay, but in that job, I got one job that was like a trial, and I was selling telecare from door to door.
Yeah, I remember.
Whilst I had that job. It was mad, people.
You didn't even get paid.
I didn't get paid. It was mad. I walked and I walked. They would just drive us to a particular town, drop us there, and we would just be walking. It got to the point, one day when I wanted to go to work, I could not stand up. My husband was like, so I stopped going. See, I forgot something, that I tried to be a hairdresser when I just came. Before I even started that care work. Okay, you remember?
That's right.
I made somebody's hair. I didn't even get paid because the way she shared by me, as in she bullied me. I didn't even go back to collect the money from her. I didn't finish the hair and I didn't go back to collect the money. I was still desperate, yeah? I was doing my healthcare assistant job. making money, but I was trying other things to be able to leave the healthcare assistant because I came into the UK as a graduate. Yes, I was a graduate when I came into the UK, so I felt that I should be doing a graduate job, but guys, no, that was not to happen on time. I tried cleaning work. So this cleaning work as well was with an agency. You know what? I cleaned. She said, this is your trial shift. You're going to clean this house and you're going to do it. It was a massive house. And she gave me some ridiculous time to do it. Because in the UK they pay by hour, just in case you don't live in the UK. It was mad. I was struggling. The time was so unreasonable. I didn't finish in the time she gave me. And I think that was deliberate. And you know what? I cleaned the whole house. In fact, I was exhausted. I was knackered. She said I did not meet the required standards to be a cleaner after I cleaned, And then, whilst I was still doing the healthcare assistant job, in one of the places where I got to do a shift, I got to do many shifts. They loved me so much there, and they asked me to apply as a permanent staff. Now, that job, I got promoted to being a support worker. So yeah, I was still like looking after people. Specifically, I was working in a learning disabilities home. So at this point in our journey, as a couple and as a family, my husband was not always there. He was traveling a lot and he was away from home a lot as well. So I needed a job that I could do, almost like a single parent. I needed a job that I could do that could accommodate me having children and being able to look after my children. I said I needed a night job where I could look after my children, take one to nursery, and then be able to work and all that. But you know what? They didn't give me the job. It was therefore time to move on. Within the same local authority, I then got a night support assistant job. So what I used to do in that job was look after young adults in their own home. So I don't know, in case you're not from here, from the UK, so that job really entailed me being there to support them with their medication, clean their home, if they needed anything, sometimes laundry, do their cooking, and all that kind of jazz. I would be the one helping them with it. But there was still a quest in me, to be able to maximize my potentials. And the reason my dad sent me to school, which in that job, it was unskilled. I wasn't really developing as a person in my career. So again, I started looking for what to do to be able to move on. I went to take some business analysis courses. So I forgot to say, whilst I was doing that support work job, that one that I did for 4 years, I did my first master's. So I did my master's then in business decision management. I did it whilst I was in that job. It was very difficult. I mean, that's the story for another day, but I did it at that time. So then, because I had a master's degree in business decision management, which I never really wanted to do. But when people encourage me, I wanted to do like English or human resources or something social care related. But then we had no experience. I'm going to tell you about the UK or whatever. So, the general gist I got and advice around me at that time was do business decision management. So I did it, but I never worked with it. So come back with me to this time when I was doing my night job. Then I remembered I had a master's degree in business decision management from the UK. So therefore, it made sense for me to try and pursue business analysis. This was a total waste of time. I did do it. I did the exams, I passed, but I never got any job with it. And to be honest, I didn't really have any zeal for it. So I don't really blame the people that didn't give me the job. Anyway, then my head was calculating and working and thinking about what can I do next to move on. So what I then did was to volunteer. And I started advising the public because I didn't realize what this volunteering was going to do for me. So I was doing nights, I was doing 21 hours, so I had some time to be able to take another job. So I started working in my local libraries. on a casual basis. So anytime I had free time from my night job, I would pick up shifts from my local libraries, which they took, we had to go all around the city. This job, you cannot sit down. I could not sit down. You had to be standing all the time. But I learned a lot more about books and the library and my local city, to be honest. But it was hard and the pay was very small. But I was doing that with my night job and with the volunteering. I was doing these 3 things every week. It was mad. And I still didn't have enough money because none of those jobs, the volunteering did not pay me anyway. But the night job and the library job could not really meet the needs of my family and myself. So, and this was even with input from my husband. We didn't have enough. Because when you come into the UK and you're on a visa, a working visa, you cannot claim any benefits. You have to fend for yourself completely. Except you come by another route where on your visa there is nothing like no recourse to public fund. But on my visa, we had no recourse to public fund. So we couldn't claim anything. We had to work for everything that we had. After doing these 3 things for a while, you see, this volunteering job opened a lot of doors for me. It was endless. And then I was able to get what you call an office job from it. So the next job I went into was the benefits officer job. So I became a benefits officer. In this job, you know what you do is to process people's application for benefits and change your circumstances. It was very technical. I had to learn a lot of things. First of all, I didn't really know about the benefit system until I started volunteering, and then because I wasn't on any benefits, and from that learning I moved into a job where I was now treating benefits applications. It was so hard, guys. It was so difficult. I remember when I was going to leave my night job, my manager told me, "Oh, I heard that this job is not very nice. Are you sure you'll be able to do it?" And that was when I got my settled status in the UK, and I could actually go back to the university to study social work. So I did not resign. I took a career break. So that was how I took 2 years of my life to go and study social work. And whilst I was studying social work, COVID-19 happened and things got stretched, and all my plans were like to finish quickly and to be able to get back into job and be able to start making money, because it was such a difficult period where I wasn't really earning money again. Everything just got extended because of COVID-19. But I just want to say, this is my journey. Okay, have I missed anything? You need to be like emotionless to do it. And I'm not sure you're that kind of person, he told me. And I was like, no, I'm just going to be myself and I'm going to do my best. Without throwing shades, guys, it was a very difficult job. It's the worst job. It's one of the worst jobs I have done in the UK. I met people there who really bullied me. I was bullied, but I had to stand up for myself and for my rights. Yeah, it was a struggle. And from there, I think I did about a year and a half in this job. And that again opened another door for me, because then I was able to get a job. It was the same level grade, but I'm telling you, it was a lot better. Then I became a financial assessment officer, visiting people's homes, like people who need social care, adult social care services. I was then doing financial assessment to be able to ascertain if they were eligible for social care funding or not, which was a very nice job, because for me, even though it was still unskilled, but looking at where I had been, this job was like the messiah for me. So I was going into people's homes, I was visiting different people in the city and just doing assessments, doing financial assessments, and working very closely with social workers. And that was when my interest in social work grew. So I've always worked in like social care related jobs, but I never really had close contact with social workers. So when I started doing that job, and then I realized that, I could actually be a social worker And a great one at that. I'm not just blowing my horn because it's me, but I knew that I would make a wonderful social worker because of I just know, because I just love to care for people, and I've always like worked in jobs where I cared for people.
I concur.
Thank you, darling. So I mean, I don't want to say too much like praises for myself. I mean, this is not me praising myself, but I just knew that this is it. This is what I have been waiting for all my life to get into. And God's name be praised. That was when I think we got our permanent residence in the UK.
Apart from placements.
Yeah, he said, so the only thing I've missed in my job history is my social work placement. So I did 2 social work placements in children's settings. I mean, I can talk about that on another day. So that's my journey, and this journey started from 2007 up till...
I remember one.
Oh, what, darling?
Interpreter.
Oh my God, I forgot that. I even worked for interpretation services. I forgot this, Kay. Yes, you know those times that I was looking for additional jobs. I used to be an interpreter. Yes, I used to interpret from English to Yoruba. And this job, it was actually not bad pay, but I had to travel sometimes. If face-to-face interpretation or translation services was required, I would travel. Sometimes I was out the whole day, and they did not used to account for the travel time. So that was the snag about that job, and it was quite interesting. I completely forgot about that, and it has never appeared on my CV. I've never really put it on my CV, but that was another job that I did. I used to be an interpreter. So yes, this is my journey, guys. I'm really sorry if this video is here and there and everywhere. I have tried to put like 14, how many years, Kay? Journey from 2007 till now. That's about 14 years journey into this video, and it's come with a lot of ups and downs, and I have cried a lot in these 14 years. You know, but now I'm in a place where I'm happy to share it with you guys. So I don't know what you're doing right now, and let me tell you, every single job I did fits into my story right now, because all the interviews I have had and I have shared, even when I had my social work this job interview, and prior to that when I had my social work application into university interview, and I tell my story and I share my experiences. And I talk about all the jobs that I have done and all the degrees that I have had and all the education that I have taken. They always agree that it's all relevant, they all fit in place. So, wherever you are, this is 2021, whatever you may be doing, are you in the right job? Are you in the right place? If you are, I'm so happy for you, hugs. But if you're not, hope is not lost. Now look at all the years it took me. But I am here and I'm still standing. Glory be to God. And you can do that, and you can start taking the step from now on, because no matter how unskilled or menial your job is, at least you're doing something. And if you don't have anything you're doing, you can start doing something if you're able to work, that is. So yeah, there are so many sides to the coin of an immigrant in the UK. It's not always smooth sailing, and as I've seen some jokes being shared online, when people from the abroad send money home, it's a big deal, because we actually do go through a lot to achieve, to make the coins. We do. So yeah, if you've been listening and watching me up to this point and you haven't skipped, thank you. If you've skipped a little, thank you as well. At least you're at the end, but I will encourage you to go back and just watch the whole video. So I just want to say thank you for your support, and if you haven't subscribed, please remember to subscribe. It's very important that you help me share this video to someone. Yes, please share it. This can really help, I believe, someone. So yeah, share it, leave me a comment, and yeah, like it. Yeah, and have a great week, everyone. And as always, you know, I love you.
Notification bells.
Turn on your notification bell as well. Thank you, Kay. I love you all. Mwah. Thank you. Bye.